Hey, Eagle Nation, Whitney Haworth here with head coach of the Georgia Southern baseball team, Coach Rodney Hennon. Coach, you are entering the 2025 season, your 26th year here at Georgia Southern. When you think about Friday night coming up, what emotion comes to mind?
Well, this is always an exciting time. Anytime you work beginning in August, go through fall practice, and come back after the holidays, and then you get to game week. So always an exciting week for everybody, anticipation of opening day, and this year's no different. We're looking forward to getting started on Valentine's Day, by the way. So we've been promoting it as date night at JI. Hopefully we can fill the stadium up, but I know the kids are excited about competing.
Before we dive into your new roster, you take a look at J.I. Clements Stadium. Lots going on. Obviously broke ground this past week. Wiggins building is now down. The renovation project fully underway. Sights and sounds happening as we speak to get you all prepared. What has it been like to see the progress happening with this renovation project, and what can fans expect to see this season here at JI?
Well, I think everybody's excited to see progress, and really proud of our guys. Obviously, we've had to make some adjustments for this season while construction is going on, and our kids have adapted really well. As you know, we're actually switching dugouts for this one season because we're using locker room space out of Hanner Gymnasium, and then working out of the Parish building for our coaches' offices. So we thought, since everything is going to be on this side, we might as well operate out of that dugout. So the kids have done a great job of adjusting, and again, it's exciting to see progress. A really special day with a groundbreaking ceremony on Friday, and the Wiggins building has been our home, for 27 years. So a little bit tough to watch it come down when you spend so much time in there, and we're very grateful for the Wiggins family and how that facility has served our program, but certainly excited about what's coming. And when you talk about moving forward and progress, we're going to have a first-class facility, not just for our players but also for our fans.
And as you talk about first class roster as well, some fantastic additions, but also some great returners. So I want to dive in there, and let's just start with some returners. One in particular for me that stands out is Josh Tate.
Yeah, Josh was new to the program last year, transferring in, and really sparked us up at the top of the lineup last year, playing mainly at second base a year ago. You'll see him a lot out in center field this year, could still play some infield, and that's one nice thing about Josh is the versatility, and you can say that about several guys in our lineup, but certainly excited about Josh and how he's continued to develop and get better.
When you take a look in the infield and in the outfield, who are some players that you expect to see maybe start out really strong? I know that's been a big challenge that you've given this team to start out strong this year.
Yeah, you look back at last year, and Josh, one of the newcomers last year, but we had several newcomers that kind of got out of the gate slow, and then once they settled in, I think really started playing up to their potential. And having a lot of those guys back this year with some big game experience, hopefully is going to bode well for us, especially to start the season and get out of the gates quicker this year. But Sean Smith, one of those guys who I felt like was probably our hottest hitter down the stretch, comes back for his senior year in left field. Cade Parker at shortstop, Luke Odden at second base, two seniors now that were first-year guys a year ago, and then guys like Sean White and J.D. Kaiser that have been a part of the program for 4 years now, veteran guys that give you leadership as well. So we've got a good core, a good nucleus of guys for our new players to kind of to build around.
And when you take a look at the pitching staff, one thing that I know excites you this year in particular is how many left-handed pitchers you have. When you take a look at the opening rotation or the starting rotation for the first series, Kate Grundy, a transfer coming in, will get the start Friday night. Just kind of give us a quick rundown there.
Yeah, a few more new faces on the pitching staff, more so than the position side of it, but I think it's a really talented group, and guys are going to get an opportunity to make an impact right away. Cade Grundy, a senior transfer from University of Louisville, will get the nod on Friday night, and he's a veteran guy that's pitched at a high level coming in, and Jacob Phillips, who again another first-year guy a year ago who did a little bit of both. We used primarily out of the bullpen. I think has continued to improve and develop. and will be in a starting role to start the season there on with a Saturday start. Another veteran guy in Joey White to go to late in the ball game. Again, another newcomer a year ago that got some valuable experience. So, there's some leadership on the staff position-wise, and excited about seeing what these guys can do collectively.
Well, Coach, it's going to be a great season here at J.I. Clements Stadium. Of course, welcoming some fantastic Sun Belt teams, hitting the road to Florida, hitting the road to SRP Park versus Clemson. Cannot wait to see what this year brings for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it's no better place to play than right here at J.I., and our kids are always excited about suiting up and going out and competing here. And looking forward to opening night, looking forward to a great season, and hope to see everyone out here next Friday night. Hail Southern.